I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills where the landslide brought me down.
Hello.
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 Hi.
And what's your name?
My name is Brenda Stursma.
Can I ask for your name today?
My name is Emily Wadhams.
May I ask for your name?
Amy Luckenbill.
And what group are you a part of?
I am a singer in the Beehive band.
I am a part of the Beehive band.
I am part of the Beehive band.
Why did you all come together?
We came together at church. We had been singing in choir together and decided to do some trio pieces, began singing together and realized that we had a really unique blend, the three of us, and that is how we got started, was with a trio.
We met at church about 6 years ago when I was the director of music, and Brenda and Emily both sang in my choirs. We came together for the first time to sing a song for church that I had programmed that called for 3 female voices. And we rehearsed it together, sang it for the church service, and it was a hit. We really enjoyed doing it.
So I was singing in a church choir at Countryside Community Church and singing with my friend Emily. And at some point in time then we had a new choir director, Amy Luckenbill. And shortly after she became our choir director, there was a worship series about relationships, the importance of community and especially small communities of people. And so the music during that worship series kind of mirrored that, where they were looking for small groups of people to sing together.
Would you say that was the only reason you came together?
No, we did the one song because it was what was programmed, and I asked for volunteers to do that. And we did the second song because we had so much fun doing it the first time, both rehearsing and performing. And we have 3 very different voices and 3 very different skill sets, but we discovered that we have a real unique sound when we sing together.
Well, we also had developed a friendship within those first few pieces that we performed and decided to keep going. And even as our lives have changed over the years, we keep singing together because it's important for us to have that outlet.
I think that's a big part of it. I think that's a part of what kept us together, for sure. I think that we all just have a passion for making music and finding as many ways to do that in our lives. And we all have day jobs. Amy's no longer a choir director, but we love to sing, and we really love to sing together. The other piece, though, too, is that it really has been, we've become like family to each other.
There's more profanity on this page, so that's why we're singing.
So we support each other. I've been going through some things with the family illness in my family, and Amy and Emily have just been there for me. Like, I just can't even say how grateful I am. We laugh together. We have a lot of fun together. So
Very nice. Now, 6 years later, you've done a vast array of songs.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to pick out a favorite among them?
No.
Well, very
No, I let's put it this way. If we don't enjoy doing it, usually we don't perform it more than 1 or 2 times. It doesn't stay in the main songbook.
Oh, probably Black Horse and a Cherry Tree. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Oh, that's hard because I love a lot of our songs for different reasons. I mean, if I had to walk into a room and we could only sing one song, I think it might be Landslide. That's also one of the ones we sang together first. I think it's one that really fits our voices very well. We're so comfortable in it. It's just like an old putting on a comfy old, pair of slippers or a comfy robe. I mean, it's a very comfortable place for us. And it's a song that I think a lot of people know and love. Another favorite of mine is a song that Amy wrote called I Spy. And one thing that's real special about that is that she wrote it, well, there are a few things, there are a lot of things that are special about it, but one is that she wrote it for us. She wrote it for trio. And so for the three of us, I should say, for our voices. And so it fits us perfectly that way. And she also wrote it for us as moms, who are watching our children grow. And so it really, the lyric has a lot of special meaning to us too. So that's another favorite. I could kind of go on for a while, but I want to keep this. So many favorites. I just love singing with the group so much. So.
I've also seen that one always gets me going.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Do you think your group will ever go big, or do you want to even go big?
No, I don't think that's our goal. We enjoy performing. We want to keep performing, but we don't want to be famous, and we'd like to just have enough notoriety to have people hire us regularly and enjoy singing together.
Big.
No. Well, for two reasons. Number one, we're good, but we're not good. We're not that good. And to get that good, you really have to rehearse kind of nonstop, and you need to have all original material, which we do not have. We have a limited, handful of 5 or 6 songs that are unique to us, that were written for us, many by us. But to go big, your songbook needs to be original, and we are largely a cover band that just happens to have some original songs. So you need to have a full album to go big. The other piece is that we are, really happy in our individual lives and professions, and that's not something that any of us is looking for. So,
I think we'd love to have a wider reach. And we'd love, I don't know that going big is really what we have in mind, though. I mean, I think we want to be able to also have room in our lives for our families and for our jobs and for our other, our other pursuits. Going big that's a lifestyle change. But absolutely, we're all eager to find as many places to sing as we can, as much as we can fit in to our lives. And we had some setbacks with the pandemic, and now we're getting ourselves back out there again. So that's been really great.
That's very nice. But if you haven't thought of going big, not going big, but I've also seen that you've begun to collaborate with people.
Mm-hmm. Right. So the collaboration is a really fun thing. And we've always done some collaboration. When we first started singing together at Countryside, they had a fabulous band, and with a saxophone and a percussionist and bass and piano. And so we really loved singing with them. They were outstanding musicians. And also, we brought in a guitarist, David Goldner, who was a lot of fun to collaborate with. We did a few duets with him, and he played guitar in some of our songs. Then we hadn't done a lot of that until now at post-pandemic. Again, we've started reaching out to other musicians. So we brought in a guitarist, Kyle, and he was phenomenal. And that was a lot of fun. Such a talented musician. And then also we've got another music therapist in the area who works with Emily in her business at Omaha Music Therapy. So Emily, she came and joined us for a gig, and that was so much fun. Again, just adding a new color, and we are going to be meeting with a new percussionist, we think. So that's exciting too.
So far, we have been kind of just the three of us. We've asked, a guitarist and a violinist at church, and we have a band at church that has played with us before on, limited basis once or twice. But just recently we have started branching out and inviting other people because it's terribly difficult to play and sing at the same time. Not to play and sing at the same time, but to cover all of the interesting sounds that we would like to do and add to our music really requires more than just one person playing or just two people playing. And so we're just starting to look for ways that we can diversify our sound, diversify the types of music that we do. We started in a very kind of tight harmony folk vein, and then branched out into some popular music, and now we're kind of getting into more of a we'd like to, with a quality percussionist, we'd like to get into some more hard driving classic rock types of things. So the more people that we have involved with our group and the more people we collaborate with, the more types of music we can do and the bigger our songbook can be.
Well, over the years, probably about half a dozen to a dozen. We have sometimes had a piano accompanist, another guitarist, a drummer. We've played with saxophone, and we've played with, we've had another singer join us. We've had several guitarists join us over the years. We've had actually an entire band that we played with for a gig once. That was really fun. The group of five people. So we all did a song together, and it was a blast. So yeah, just over the years. So maybe up to a dozen.
Man, I wish I saw the band one.
Yeah, it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've asked everyone else, have you ever thought of composing music yourself?
That is a great question. So, one thing that's really fun about what we do with the group, that's fun for me, is that while every time we get together and if we choose a new song, we'll pick a standard that we know, let's say, and then we're kind of composing on the fly. I mean, it's not the same as composing an original song, but so Amy will write a song, she'll have a cover that she's doing and she'll bring it to us, and then I'll find a harmony and I can play with that. And it's fun to sort of, okay, I'm gonna go below or I'm gonna go above or I'm gonna change up the feel even by picking an unexpected note that maybe, so I do love that. That's kind of something I've always done all my life, and I know that that's, I'm not the only musician who's done that. For example, making harmonies up in the car when you're driving and singing to the radio. But I think that's a great question because I hadn't really thought about that for myself as a person who would write a song. But it makes me think that maybe I could. I certainly have all kinds of melodies running through my head all the time. I can make up a harmony line. So maybe at some point in the future I would make a melody line. And what's great for me is that I have these amazing musicians that I work with that I could collaborate with who could help me. If I had a melody in mind, it could become a kind of a workshopping thing that would help me if I were ever to try to break into that myself. So, yeah.
For myself, somewhat, but I don't have a gift for it like Amy does. So
Another original by Amy.
So Amy or Quinn have done all of our original songs so far. And sometimes if things come to me, then I write them down, or I've written not several. I've written other verses for songs that were popular already, and an extra verse came to me because we needed to add something else in. And so I've done things like that, but not composed an entire new piece in the same way that Amy has and the same way that Quinn has.
Now, the main question would be, what song would you like to compose? However, you have composed music, correct? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which one would you say is your favorite, or one that you like to sing the most?
Of the things that I've written?
Yes.
Let's see. Barefoot Barbecue is the most fun. Rekindle is the most surprising for the audience because it's about intimate times with my husband. I Spy is probably the pulled at the heartstrings the most. You know, every song has a life of its own and a purpose of its own, and so, you know, there is no favorite in the songs that I've written. And of course, I've got one. I was talking with the girls today that I've got a song in my head that I'm trying to at least get either a verse or a chorus or a bridge like fully fleshed out. Once I have one chunk of the song, the rest of the song comes pretty quickly, but I don't have a full chunk yet on that song, so it'll come. But you have to have time to write, and I don't have any time right now.
Interesting. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thank you for your time. All right, that's all the questions I have today.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the questions I have today. Thank you for your time.
Of course. So happy to meet with you today. Thank you so much.
Kiss lots of girls if that's what you want to do. When the straight and narrow gets a little too straight, roll up a joint or don't. Just follow your